Hi, good day. How are you feeling today? Today's topic is about work. And we all know work takes pretty much a very larger part of our lives. And for that reason, it is important we spend some time to talk about it. What is work? Simply put, work is an act of kindness. And irrespective of the work you do, it is an act of kindness to another. Take a look at this guy. It was and still is someone's work to ensure that the road you drive on is properly tarred to ensure that you drive more comfortably and in an enjoying way. It is an act of kindness. What about the teacher? It was and still is someone's work to ensure that while you were growing up, knowledge was imparted to you. It is an act of kindness. What about the nurse? It was and still is someone's work to ensure that when you fall ill, there is someone to care for you. An act of kindness. It was and still is someone's work to ensure that the home you live in is properly built comfortably to ensure that you have a place to sleep. An act of kindness. It was and still is someone's work to ensure that the waste you and I generate from our households is properly taken care of. An act of kindness. It was and still is someone's work to ensure that the day-to-day groceries you and I need are brought from far away together in a comfortable place for you and I to have our shopping. An act of kindness. All of these guys are engaged in working, and as a result, they are rendering to you and I an act of kindness, adding value to our lives. Can you be a nurse, a teacher, an engineer, or a sales clerk, all at the same time? I don't think anyone can. How would you feel if you were to wake up tomorrow to realize that there is no clean running water? You probably wouldn't feel too happy about it. But of course, it is someone else's work to ensure that you have clean, steady running water every day. More so, would you appreciate a teacher or a nurse whose work is to render an act of kindness to you, to carry out such work with an attitude of complaining, with an attitude of anxiety, or with an attitude of dissatisfaction? Certainly not. So now, think about it. Do you love what you're doing? With what attitude do you do your work? You have got to realize that your work, be it as an employee or an entrepreneur, is an act of kindness to another. And as a way of appreciation for your act of kindness, you will receive salary. And for those who own their businesses, they receive sales revenue from their clients. There is a monetary compensation for all acts of kindness. Do you love what you're doing? If you do, then your employer or your clients are able to get the full value of your work. And that adds much value to you personally. There are those who don't like what they are doing. And if you don't like what your work is, if you don't like the kind of work you are engaged in, please get out of it. You see, there is no lasting value for you personally to carry on with a work which you're not happy about, a work you don't love. Get out of it and get to do the work you love. In the video where we talked about how you can increase the quantity flow of money to you, thereby ensuring that you can keep sustaining the kind of life you want to live, it was made clear that everyone can receive enough and even more than enough money, irrespective of the work or the profession they are engaged in. Why? Because it is an undeniable fact that money flows through everything. There are bakers, cooks, DJs, bloggers, and many more who earn enough money to sustain the kind of life they love to live. And the same can be true for you if you can focus on doing what you love. Understandably, your present circumstances might warrant you to continue for a while to do the work you are not comfortable with. However, there will be a time when you will have to take that shot. You will have to take that shot to get into doing the kind of work you love. And the time is now. If you don't take that shot, there is a way life's events and circumstances can create an opportunity for you to make that change. There's a story I would love to share with you here. It is a story I read in the book Hero, written by Rhonda Byrne. The story talks about a lady who has always wanted to be a movie director. But for years, she kept carrying on the work as an administrative personnel. Then suddenly, she was laid off. So this created an opportunity for her to begin to make plans to begin to do the work she loved, a movie star. Through unexpected events, life brings us the opportunity for you and I to make that one-time decision to follow our dreams and do the work we love. In your doing the work you love lies the fullness and the richness of life with all abundance that you desire. Do not carry on doing your work if you do not like what you're doing, because your work is an act of kindness to another and to life in general, and it should be done with a feeling of joy, happiness, love, and kindness, because your work is an act of kindness. Thank you very much for listening, and I do appreciate your time. Kindly subscribe to this channel, indicate your like, and share your comments. Thank you very much, and do have a wonderful day. Thank you. Bye.